We just had dinner. As you can see, we are boiling some water for coffee with my Whisper Light. Got our little lean-to made. Showed you that earlier. There's fire. There's Shepherd. We just went down to a spring and pumped some water through a filter. And now we're getting ready to have some coffee with that filtered water and go to bed for the night. Good morning. This is our campsite this morning. We're kind of tearing down and packing up a little bit, getting ready to have some breakfast and hit the trail. So we had a little bit of a thunderstorm last night. Not too bad. It was quite comfortable in our tent actually. And it's a great day on the mountain. We're getting ready to have a little bit of breakfast. And here's our, like I said, we're going to hit the trail. Our little spring puddle that we've been filtering water for the camp out. Our camp is over this
7 miles that way.
Yeah. Between a quarter and a half a mile up that mountain or hill, whatever it is. So we're getting some water for breakfast, and we're going to break camp. But we had to make a dry camp this last night because we got in a little bit late. And we're going to make some breakfast and get on out. Alright, well, it's into Camp 1. We're getting ready to make it up the hill back to the trail. And we're going to continue our hike. We'll stop for lunch a bit later and then make camp, and then we'll be done. See you then. Alright, well, we're at a creek crossing now. We stopped and washed off, and we're tanking up on some water. Getting the water filter out. This was only a half hour from our campsite. Had we known, we would have possibly made it here. But we made do with that little seep spring we found. The thing about here in the Ozarks is you can quite often find water just seeping out of the side of the mountain. You find a little rocky area, you can find a pool of that water. As long as you have a water filter with you, you're never going to run out of water. So we washed, and we're tanking up. And this is quite a little spring here. Or spring creek. It's very clear, extremely cold. And we're going to take a little bit of rest and move on. Got a long ways to go. So I'll check in later. Taking a break on the trail. Nice little valley down there. We're about 7 miles in. Nice breezy day, a little hot, but doing good. It's the end of the day. We've gone about, if you include vertical miles, we've gone about 10 miles today. We are beat, wore out, slung up against the wall, put away wet. We're setting up camp. I beat up the old man today. He didn't even want to look at you. We'll set up camp here in a little bit and get some rest.
I started a fire the old-fashioned mountain man way with flint and steel, using a rock I picked up off the mountain.
those pitch sticks take off?
We're at day 2 at our campsite here in the hills. We got ourselves a lean-to set up. We're going to be sleeping tonight. Shepherd made us a real nice fire. I'm cooking some dinner. Tonight we're having oh so yummy spaghetti with meat sauce. And I'm boiling some water right now so we can have some Jamaican style jerk chicken and rice. It's going to be really good. Warm. It's beginning of day 3. Just woke up. I'm down here at the creek getting some water. We've got about 10 more miles to go today. Looking forward to it. Getting ready to go make some breakfast. Getting some coffee water right now. And then we'll be on our way. So, exciting beginning of day 3. We're cooking up some scrambled egg stuff. Bandito Scramble by Open Air Foods. So far these backpacker meals haven't been too bad. They've actually been pretty good. Surprising. Very surprising. I've heard lots of people say that these backpacker foods aren't very good, but we've enjoyed them so far. But then again, we were famished last night. We're gonna fix this breakfast and break down our camp. Here's our camp this morning.
And here's what's left of our campsite in the morning, just prior to our final death march. Be up and out of here soon.
Well, we're on the trail again. We are a little less than a mile away from our last campsite. It's a nice cool day. It's looking to be a good hike. Shepherd's feeling better today. I'm completely rested and ready for more. So we're about, I guess we're on mile 13 of the entire trek. So anyway, I will check in a little bit later. So we're at the top of yet another hill.
Again.
Found these nice little wildflowers. Shep's starting to get just a bit tired, I think. Well, we're on mile 14 on the Ozark Trail. Having a really good time of it. We're in an area that's really pretty nice. We've gone through a lot of hills converging into a nice little draw here. The trail's just kind of skirting all of it. Not gaining on a lot of lateral ground. You know, on our trek north to south, there's a lot of twisting and turning to get around and skirt these hills. But putting in miles, it's worth it because it's pretty. So I'll update you here in just a little bit. Man, I'm having the time of my life. I love this. The only better time I had was when I'm honeymoon with my wife. Love you, hun. If you notice, all this is little trees, and you'll see stumps occasionally. This is caused by people logging, not planting back the trees. It takes years and years and years to even get this small growth. So, responsible stewardship of our forest is definitely the way to go. Otherwise, you end up with what you see here. We got the old man. He's still hanging on.
Take over this and go.
Well, we're sitting in another hill, probably the biggest one yet. Feels like we've gone about 1,000 feet. Not real sure what our vertical climb has been so far, but I know this is the biggest hill around, and it's pretty tough. Look at the terrain. We're about to the top. So, few more miles to go for the day. Having a great time at it too. So I'm sure glad I quit smoking. Telling you what. Anyway, check in later. Well, we got down off that mountain we were on a little bit ago. We're climbing up another one, even bigger than the first. Just past a bluff. I took a couple pictures of it. It's a nice climb. We're almost to the top, and it's quite a ways down. You can't, for all the trees, you can't see all the way down, and drops down about 1,000 feet. So we're about 2 miles from the end of the trail. It's a really good hike. I'd recommend it to anybody. It's a little more strenuous than I thought it was going to be. Shepherd too. Woohoo! After a long hike, how you feeling?
Refreshed.
Approaching the end. We're on the last mile or two. Just about done. It's been a good time, but I got one just about done for old guy with me. It was a good time. Well, we're completely done. We're back at the Jeep. It's Bass River Resort.
Done for.
Shep says done for. And we're kind of in a big valley. On our way home now. That was a long trip. Really tired. Believe it or not, I'd still like to keep going. It's time to go home. Kind of a sad moment. That was it. It's the end of our trip.